We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here.
It shows he has thought about what Carolyn might like, and he has implied his price range, so she will have some idea of what he can afford when she makes her choice.
Now, here he is, the one, the only...
Hello! Don't drink before the show. I just started choking. Went down the wrong tube. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? It's 5 o'clock here. Well, 5:05 to be exact. On the west coast of Los Angeles, California. How's that? It's fantastic. Weather is always perfect here. It's beautiful. I think it's 3 more weeks until Christmas, something like that. I don't know. But it's very merry around my house. My wife has left for Israel for a month. I get to be as Christmassy as I want. So that's kind of cool. I'm hanging out with the daughter and the son, and it's a great time to be alive. So here's the deal. I've been really looking forward to this show. We've been doing a lot of prep. We're getting a lot of really cool people on it. This is one of those unique things that come along in our paintball world that kind of change things. Yes, there's a million barrels out there and a million kind of markers and paint, but recently people have started saying, you know what, we're going to try to up our game and add more real world technology to what's going on. I'm going to talk a little bit about the HUD system that I got. I have an EVS from GI Sports, and it came with a HUD, and you attach to your phone, GPS, the whole thing. But there was just a lot of gaps in it. And I said, this would be really kind of cool if somebody could actually make something easier. The HUD was very expensive. The whole mask was like $500 or $600. Had a little eyepiece inside. It was a great idea. And then all of a sudden, somebody came along with an idea and they said, hey, how about this? So last week or so, a friend of mine that I met in North Carolina, Ryan Harris, he said, hey, Reaper, check this out. Can we have him on your show? I said, where do I sign? This is perfect. So how is that? We're going to have him on the show, and you guys are going to learn all about this cool thing. It is fantastic. All right. Let's start here and then go here, and then we'll go here and then here and here, and we're going to put our without the face picture here. There we go. All right. So behind me, I'm going to show you a close up here. Let me just do a solo layout. Look at that. The Battlefield app for the serious player. Hey, that is amazing. All right. So I know, like I just said at the beginning of the show, that there was the EVS HUD that they came out with. You can actually download Google Maps and integrate that. And but the park owners had to be all involved. There was a lot of steps. And it's always like when you build something, you know, like you have this big tree and you whittle it down to a little like toy, right? So all the shavings have to go in the garbage someplace. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, is that, you know, that there was this, everybody had these ideas and everybody tried these different things. And then bam, you guys come along and go, hey, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, look at this. This is cool. So I'm extremely excited to introduce this to the people. Let me just do this. Let me do a quick screen share here. And let me pop over here. And let me hit this guy. Let me hit this one here first. And let me go there. And like that. All right, cool. So let me do this. All right. So this is your website. But then also, let me just show you a quick little thing here.
When the fire takes over, blood is pumping, heart is pumping. Go, 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 they can say
That's awesome.
So, whoop, there we go. So my assumption, Herc, is that you were actually using it, applying it to everyday field tactics, and it worked out well. Hang on a second. Let me just do this and do this. And all right. So I'm just going to go like that. I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to make it full screen so everybody can see what I'm talking about. All right. This is kind of cool. You guys check this thing out, right? Okay, we posted a demo, and you can just check out their site over here. It's called strikering.com, and this is a truly impressive app. I'm super excited about learning more about this thing. Look at this. For players, for teams, for event organizers, field owners, right? Available for download. Mama mia. Okay, hold on a second. All right. So, you guys, I'm sold already. I haven't even used it, and I'm sold. Listen, if Herc is sold, I'm sold.
Exactly.
Say, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's go with somebody's doing a lot of clapping. Do you guys hear that?
You do.
It might be, well, Steve's muted. Herc, how about you? Are you in the bathroom making noise? All right. There we go. Something happened. There we go. Okay. Whoever, just hold still. Just hold still. Whatever, just hold still. Whatever you're doing.
I'm not moving.
Okay. All right. No, nobody breathe. Oh, they breathe. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. No worries. Okay. So listen, Melanie, you were my contact person on this.
Yeah.
Let's jump in.
I have a cool hat like you.
Let's jump in. Hang on a second. Let's jump in and tell us what. I'm going to kill you. Whoever's doing this with their audio. Come on, you guys. We're trying to do a promo here, and everybody's like, okay. All right. Let me just do this. Let me do. Did it go?
Kick him off the show.
Did it go away? It
Yes.
went away, right?
Yes.
You see who I'm hovering over? Herc in the bathroom.
Poor Herc. He's
Herc. Come on, man. You're fucking up the show. All right. Anyway, Melanie, how are you tonight?
Hey, fantastic. Thanks so much for having us.
Dude, I'm so excited. Where are you located?
Our main office is actually in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but the Strike Ring team is based in Raleigh, North Carolina, and our Southeast Division office of Applied Research Associates.
Nice. Very, very cool. Okay. So give us the elevator pitch. What is this thing here?
So we started deciding to go into the Strike Ring realm a little over a year and a half ago. And we actually just launched on both Android and Apple just a few weeks ago. So it's been, in a lot of ways, a really fast process, but it has felt like we were on the verge for such a long time. But we just launched in mid-November. And we were really developed with the concept that information is power. And because we are a military-based company, most of our contracts are military. We focus on soldier safety. Our office had this light bulb that went off that said, most of the people that work in our office are really smart. Most of the people that we do work for are really smart, and they're in the military. And a lot of folks that are in the military love to play paintball. A lot of people that are retired love to play paintball. And we just decided, what can we do to take what we do really well and something that the folks that we work with really enjoy and put those things together. And we basically launched the concept of Strike Ring. And we lined ourselves up with the folks at Venom over here in Raleigh at Extreme Adventures and started putting together the concept of this Battlefield app. and we wanted to use some of our intellectual property that we had already built, we were already using, that we owned, that no one else could get their hands on, and use it in a way that would really benefit strategic, high-level, super passionate, super aggressive, ready to take it to the next level paintball and airsoft players. And that's how we came up with Strike Ring.
Dude, how did you find these guys here, though? I mean, they're like on America's Most Wanted. What the hell is going on with this guy here? This is like...
So, I mean, how lucky are we, though? So we're in Raleigh, and we're looking for a paintball field that would be willing to let us go out and for us just to shoot around and play and try to figure things out. And when we went literally 11 miles up the street, then we figure out that there's this crazy team called Venom there. They're a bunch of absolute maniacs.
Right.
And every single one of them is doing something different that's even a little bit crazier. And they were willing to take what we were putting together as long as we were willing to listen to what they had to say.
Wow.
Anything you want to throw at us, tell us. This is good. This is not good. This is broken. From the very beginning. And if it wasn't good, they didn't want it and we didn't want to put it out. So it was a great marriage of kind of them being willing to put up with us and us kind of just wanting them to give us every bit of information they'd be willing to. So we just got really lucky. I don't know if they feel that way at all, but we did.
They have no feelings at all about anything. Exactly. They're just cold-hearted. Anyway, so listen, Herc was the one with the audio problem. Hopefully when he comes back, I'm going to slap him. But anyway, because I was going to ask him as well, what happened was he told me last week or whatever, he texted me and he goes, let's see if he can pop in with his better audio. Hang on a second. He's still not connected. Anyway, so he told me last week, he hit me up and he goes, hey, go check out my page. Let's see if he's coming up here. He said, go check out my... Let's see if Herc, how are you?
Doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm getting worried. I thought Radio Shack wasn't around anymore. Where'd you buy all your audio equipment? What the hell? Did you make your own? Did you solder it? What's going on? Okay. We're getting a lot of feedback from you, and not the good kind. All right. So I'm hearing a lot of popping. Anyway, because I wanted to ask you some questions, Herc.
You got it, bud. Go for it.
Okay. So yes, the Venom crew is in North Carolina, but you also hit me up about 2 weeks ago and said, hey, check out my page. And I guess I was multitasking and didn't check out your page. And then you hit me up again. You found out that these guys were going to be on the show. And you were like, hey, this is my thing. Wait a minute. Wait. This is not for everybody. So I hit up Melanie and I said, Melanie, go put some water on this fire. And anyway, dude, we got to do something about your audio. You're killing me, Larry.
How do you know it's my audio?
I don't. I'm just guessing. Hang on a second. How's that?
I can still hear it on my end cracking.
Okay. All right. So Herc, maybe do you have like headsets or something? You got see if you can get some you can use your phone actually if you want to. Just get your headphones. Okay. So how did you get Herc involved as well?
So we actually got super lucky, and I don't even know. I mean, sometimes I just have to say, I have no idea how we get so lucky. So Venom came to us and helped us in the beginning. And then we started to launch. And as we were trying to educate ourselves, because the thing that we know really well, we know. But when it comes to paintball, that's not what we know. And we wanted to get people around us who did. So we got together this group of people who basically schooled us on everything we needed to know. And Herc was a part of that conversation. And this was probably in June or July. And he listened. He was cordial. He's like, when you got something worth showing to me, let me know. I'll be glad to test it out. So when we went live, all of a sudden, Herc went ahead and tested it out one weekend, right away connected with us, was texting us, reaching out to us over Messenger saying, this is great. I need you to check this out. Help me out with this. What can we do? And next thing I know, he's blowing it up at a big event that he's at with his team. And my jaw's dropping because he's taking it all next level.
So is this your first, let me say, how about the, is this your first introduction to the paintball world through these two guys?
Yes.
Okay.
For me personally, yeah. Could I pick a better crew? No,
I mean, it's like the paintball gods were shining on you because this is amazing. What's amazing also is that we pride ourselves in a community. That's the idea behind paintball. It's a sport, it's a hobby, it's whatever you want to call it. But the biggest thing is the community, and we respect. We call it, I guess, player respects players. So if you're going to go out there and you're going to look like a Reaper, you actually better start playing. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So that's how I earned Hitman's Ryan's. Thank you, Ryan. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that these guys take their game serious. They take this whole thing serious. Everything is serious for them. I mean, they play and have a great time as well. But when they get behind something, it's with passion. It's from their heart. And that's what I see all the time. I mean, I've been in it since 2008, for 12 years. And that's what I've seen, especially on the East Coast, where you basically struck gold, which was North Carolina. And that, because these guys, there's a big, I don't want to say military community, but it's more of a scenario-based kind of big game thing, where these guys love to go to the next level of these games. They'll sit down and they'll have like maybe 4 weeks of map reading to figure out where to go and all this. They're like, it's not just like, hey, we're having a big game. Oh, well, no, these guys are serious. And you found two of the most serious of the serious as far as the gameplay is concerned. And I don't know. I guess somebody loves you. So
we found him at such a great time, though, if I'm honest, because we know what we know augmented reality. We know how to work with technology, but we needed people that were passionate about the games and that were passionate about the sport. And they told us, if we need paintball to grow, we need more players. We need more sophisticated players. There's always going to be the guys who don't want to be sophisticated. They just want to go shoot paint. Right. Or they want to go play or drink out in the parking lot. And that's fine. But there are people who are serious, and they were willing to help us and continue to help us make sure that as we develop the app further and roll out new updates, it's what the players want. It's what the producers want. It's what the field owners want. It's not what we think. They're telling us what they want and what they need, and we're reacting to that. And that's where Fred is a huge help with what he's doing. And then military knowledge of, what is the person on the military field? What do they want? What do they like? That's where Jim or Punisher is so helpful with his military background, and Steven too, just because they know exactly what's happening on the ground. And we want to be able to mimic that in the app so that they have their fingertips, the exact same technology, or at least something along those lines.
So I was told that, Frederick, you sourced this out to India and they just needed a white person to look like they're doing something with it. Is that the?
Yes, that's the business model around here. No.
Frederick. So, ladies and gentlemen, Frederick is one of the brains behind the operation. He's actually the techie guy. And Frederick, is this your first time making an app, or is it the first time doing something like this, or you've got like history?
Yeah, I have a little bit of history in this space. Actually, for about the last 8 years, I was more of a researcher, answering a lot of the questions about augmented and virtual reality. Because if you remember, those weren't even really a thing that the public could get their hands on until, the last 5 years or so. So I was doing that for a while, but realized, a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, it's never going to see the light of the day. It's going to stay in some research, space. So luckily, I found this basically a dream opportunity with ARA because, we're taking this cool technology, but bringing it out into the public. Beyond that, I used to play a lot of paintball when I was in high school and college. And so I mean, to date myself, my gun or my marker was a Model 98 with a response trigger that I installed. So a little behind the times today, but so to bring this hobby that I used to have, and also bring this technology background, and be able to work with all these great people, work with Jim and Steve and their military side, and just turn it into this really cool fusion that Melanie already talked about. So definitely not my first rodeo, but I'm enjoying the ride so far.
Dude, congratulations.
Hey, Reaper.
Yeah.
I got a guy on my in my private chat. He just posted up. He said, Frederick looks like the kind of motherfucker that could hack your whole show in 4.5 seconds. Shout out to Bullseye for making that happen.
That's good. That's good.
Probably you can. There's no, you guys find my IP address and go for it. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's Frederick. He is the one of the techs behind this this amazing operation. And then we have Punisher. Punisher, how are you, my brother?
Better than fine, sir.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. So what brings you to this amazing app, this situation, this beautiful thing?
Yeah. I was in the military for 20 years, retired, old and tired now. Used to be the #1 point man in the world. I'm probably #2 now, not #1 anymore. Just getting older, I signed up with ARA though 13 years ago. We were working on augmented reality for the military. So it has taken that long. There's some challenges with augmented reality to do it right. And I think we've kind of landed on that. But there's more to it than that. There's a whole world out there. So what about the civilian market, right? What about who could benefit from augmented reality the soonest? And it's the serious, paintball airsoft people that can, benefit the serious ones now, because there's planning, right? There's a 2D map involved in here. You can put routes and points down, and then you can flip your AR on and go video see-through with your phone. So it's a powerful capability, and it is based on our military technology. So a lot of thought has already gone into this. And it's great to get the feedback from the guys using it now, right? So all the paintball folks out there tearing this thing up, giving us ideas on how it streamlines into their
So here's what I need you to do. For people that have no idea, like me, even though I was in the military, I was in the Israeli army. So tell me what's AR. Tell me, flip my phone. You're hello. What are you talking about? Okay, what do we got, Melanie?
Melanie has an example.
Yeah, we're gonna make it bigger. Hold on one second.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah, you go, Jim.
So what do we got?
Yeah, so this is Strike Ring. This is what we call the 2D map. I've done some quick planning. It literally took me 5 seconds right before I started talking. So you see I've dropped a route on the screen here. I've got some points of interest. And if I have a team on board, we all share our information so I can see where they are on the screen. This is #1. This is a powerful tool all by itself. All right. But now we're going to take it to the next level. I'm going to turn on my augmented reality.
Uh-huh.
As I move my phone around to different orientations, you see the ring there at the bottom.
I do.
Kind of a mini map, right? It lets me know where things are in relationship to where I am and where I'm looking, or my phone's looking in this case. So as I turn my phone, I can bring those iconic references of those different points.
Wow.
Now I know where I need to go, and I don't have to keep my face down in my map.
No.
It's up. It's in my head, heads up, as I'm running around.
No, this is not fair. Go away. This is going to change everything. This is amazing.
All right,
this is what our military customers are using today. So we like an unfair fight on the right side.
Oh, dude.
Let me break this down in paintball terms. All right. So like the first one of the first Boulder Gaps where I played, you've been to that match. You know how big it is, right?
I do. I did.
All right, so there was a point in time where I was on the radio and I'm getting radio communication, and I got some new guy to the field. He didn't really know the Boulder Gap. He knew it about as well as you knew it, which is not at all. And I had a mission come down, and I said, you know, hey kid, I need you to run to Hamburger Hill. I need you to get on it like ASAP, make it happen. And he's like, all right, Hitman, I'm on it, I'm going. So he takes off, he runs over there, and I'm sitting there. He comes back, he chimes in a little bit later. He's like, all right, I'm on Hamburger Hill. I'm on Hamburger Hill. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm waiting for point count to come, and once point count comes, I'm looking over at the ref. Hey, did we get points for Hamburger Hill? And the ref's like, no, Hamburger Hill still is the opposite color. And so I start flipping out. Now I'm mad because I'm like, Jules, you said you were on Hamburger Hill. And he's looking at me, he's like, Hitman, I'm on Hamburger Hill. I'm on Hamburger Hill. This fool was on Apache. He had no idea where the hell he was. He thought he was on Hamburger Hill, and he had no idea. So if he had this app, all I would have had to have done is pull out the app, pull out the phone, hit the point right there and say, yo, I need your dumb ass that's sitting right here on Apache. I need you right here on Hamburger Hill. And then he would have been able to know, but instead we lost points for that game. So it's just a way of us to communicate. It's how it works. It's effective on the field. I don't have to guess and hope that you know where you are. I can tell you where I need you exactly in pinpoint direction. So it's been useful for that.
Unbelievable. Okay, you guys, again, we got to stop right here. This is not fair. This is going to change everything. I thought my HUD in my thing with and downloading the maps and this is, again, I was dealing with a huge oak tree. You guys have whittled it down to like what's needed. This is like fantastic.
Well, what's interesting
that we like too is that it lets you see like through the woods and through the barriers. You can actually see what's happening on the other side of that tree or on the other side of that large mound. You actually know what's happening. But even our event producers that are out there who are putting together events and they've got first aid or they've got the people that actually might get injured out there. Because when we were at Fulda Gap, somebody actually broke their ankle in a ravine because it was much. And to be able to actually pinpoint for them exactly where to go to take that emergency need for even a producer is just another level that takes it off the radios, that takes it off of needing to have another set of comms. You can basically just look at a map, send a text, send a message across the app, and let somebody know that's exactly where you need to be just for even that tiny little piece for event producers. Just check something else off the box you don't have to worry about.
Okay, you guys. So Steve is in the witness protection program. That's why we can't show his face. But Steven, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have a busy house in the background, so apologies for the muted camera.
Not an issue at all. Okay, so how are you into this whole big mix?
I joined ARA a little over a year ago. I primarily support the military side of things. So we, it's been mentioned already, majority of applied research associates work comes from the military side of stuff. So that's my world. I get to watch these crazy guys put together some really cool stuff based on some of the intellectual property that we hold.
Wow.
It's really cool to watch it kind of take shape. And, there's other things you can do with this app that are extremely useful. We haven't even gotten into like the full functionality here. Like you can mark enemy points and share them. It's incredible stuff.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can get Herc. Okay. Cross your fingers. Plug your ears because it's going to be loud. Ready? Herc. Herc. What are you doing?
He's eating popcorn.
I know. There's something going on, Herc.
It's all these people trying to spy on me right now. That's what it is. It's, they're trying to.
All right. So, Herc.
Go for it.
Oh, come on. We practiced this in the pregame show. It's not going to work, baby. Come on, Herc. Look at. All right, Herc. You know what? Try something. Maybe your iPhone. Go get a computer. Best Buy. Best Buy has them. Yes. Go get. I'm just joking. Anyway. Sorry, Herc. We're gonna get him. Hope I have lots of faith.
Looks like I'm just gonna have to steal the show as I always.
Yeah. No. We're gonna figure this out. Okay. So.
Herc is like your second string anyway, so you just need to put me in anyway.
Oh, Ryan Harris, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Harris. Okay, let's flip through some of these pages that you sent me, Melanie, okay?
Yeah, sure. Great, thanks.
All right, cool. So this is again, this is their website. If you go to strikering.com and I guess the basics are here, or would I be able to get like all the information I need from the site?
There's a lot of information there. We also have a YouTube channel that has a lot of tutorials on it, but we have that little bot in the right-hand corner. You can ask it questions if you have questions, but most of the key information is here about what you get, because there's a free version of the app, and that's what you get when you download it. And then you can upgrade to the pro version, which there are specific things you get with the pro version, which are a lot of the things we're talking about today. And it's $5 a month. So
wait, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Wait. Hang on a second. I have to see your eyes when I see this. Did you just say $5 a month?
$5 a month.
Dude, I'm Jewish, right? You need to hire me as your like manager, because you're not going to make any money. Like, well, $5 a month, you're giving this away. What are you doing?
You know,
this is amazing. First off, this is the best piece of technology I've seen and I'm in the computer world in a long time, and for paintball, and it's only $5 a month.
I know. Well, and what we really hope it's going to do too is it's going to bring more people out to the paintball field, which will bring more revenue to our field owners who right now need it. I mean, with COVID shutting everybody down and everybody's just trying to get back up and going, the more people can get out to play paintball, if they spend $5 and they have a better experience because they're able to see each other. Like Android and Apple talk to each other, so you don't even have to have the same kind of.
Oh, dude,
yes,
you're killing
absolutely.
it.
Yep.
You're killing it.
I know. The other cool thing, though, that I have to say is we're super focused on what it is that people who want to be the serious player, but people like Ryan have even told us, they're like, look, this is something that can be helpful for our police, for the people that are out there that are first responders, because they don't necessarily have access to some of the technology that's even here. So we're even listening to those little things in our ears coming from people that are playing paintball who say, look, this has got to go other places.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so you guys, this is their Facebook page, strikering.ara.9. I guess if you just maybe even typed in strike ring,
yeah, you should find it.
You'll find it. So this is their Facebook page. Oh, look at that. There's me. So look at this is okay. And what do we have here?
So we just have some little videos that either some were sent in from some people that are using the app, and others were ones that we actually shot out at Extreme with people using the app. Just little 10 or 15-second little snippets to give people insight into what's actually happening on the app.
Hey, Reaper, earlier this year, Venom played with the whole app. We had probably around 20 plus players on the field that were using it at the same time. And it was unique. You remember Ratchet, my XO?
Yeah.
So he was able to actually look into the phone in real time and know exactly where his entire squad was at. So he was able to like get on Facebook Live and find the people that he wanted to find and kind of show off a little bit about what we were doing and everything. So I mean, it's just, dude, this is dope, man. It's cool being able to play the game and not have to get on the radio and hope that this dude will answer you back. Because you know, how many times you're on the radio? Well, you don't use radios, but for somebody like me, I get on the radio and I'll cuss the motherfucker out because I'll be like, dude, answer your radio. Little do I know he's in the middle of a gunfight. He can't shoot for nothing and he's not hitting anything, but he doesn't have the time to get on his radio to tell me where he's at. So, you know, Ratchet's able to just get on the app right then and there, look at the phone, know exactly where his player's at, and just go run to him so he can cuss him out himself and then tell him to get on the radio.
Mamma mia. Okay, hold on one second.
In any conflict, put simply, information is power. That's why today's Battlefield apps provide some critical basics like live GPS data, mapping, and team assignments. As for tomorrow's, we have something a little bigger in mind. Like ensuring real-time PLI or position location information, team messaging, and gameplay status are in easy reach. Delivering advanced mission planning that lets you mark threats, set waypoints to share with your team, create routes, and execute battle orders. and incorporating an exclusive augmented reality heads-up view that features your teammates' call signs, the relative position, and distance of every labeled item. Now, you can have unparalleled situational awareness so you can see the unseen. Play any Battlefield game format on any field at any time. And leverage advanced technology developed specifically for professional fighting forces. The future starts now. Where's it all go next? In a word, further. Because it's a platform being built to meet the needs of the entire team and Battlefield sports community. And it all starts today. Introducing Strike Ring.
What?
Let me hit you up with another. Let me hit you up with another way it's used too, man.
What the hell?
We get down on this thing. I'm telling you, Venom. We get down on this thing. So just for fun. So we, a lot of us, we like to play rec ball out at XK at Durham. So we'll just go out there just to shoot at each other. That's pretty common. A lot of teams, they only play big games. They only do big stuff. But a lot of us, we get down every weekend. That's how we kind of recruit. That's kind of how we play. But it's interesting because at our field, you got your rental players, and we try to teach them, we try to navigate them. But it's a beautiful thing because one time we were playing, and we set it up so that we could see everybody. So we all were using the app, and we were all playing against each other. And it was funny because you're literally watching on the map this dude sneaking up on you. It's like, oh yeah, Cutthroat's coming up on me. He thinks he's gonna be slick, and then you're actually watching him try to do it. So it's another way to kind of twist the game because we were having fun, literally chasing each other. And rec ball players were just kind of getting in our way as we were trying to really come after each other. And yeah, man, it's just a game changer. It's a new way to play paintball. It's a fun way to play paintball. And Venom, we've been able to use this app for about a year now. We've used it on the field, off the field. We just kind of goof around with it. And for $5 a month, dude, it don't get better than that, dude. It's just a simple, it's an easy thing. And the cool thing about it is the more it catches on and the more people that use it, the more fun it'll be. And when I say that we were using it against each other, they have it set up so that you can kind of set in your secret code so that no one else can get to know where your positions are. Because you can imagine the disaster that would be if everyone's using the app and two generals know each other. But they have it set up so that you can actually secret in the code so that that wouldn't happen. That you can essentially code it yourself. But yeah, man, it's dude. This thing is. I'm glad you did this show because this app is the next new thing in paintball. It's a new way to play. It's a fun way to play.
Dude,
I'm excited about it.
Who's Michael Tucker? He says, and also when you have teammates with Stripe, right? Make the mistake of shooting each other. And that's nice. And Frank, during our test run with the app, I found it helpful to quickly get back to my team on the field after leaving for paint and air.
Yep.
Man,
yep.
Oh man. Ivan in Los Angeles I think he just had a heart attack.
Yeah, man. I mean, imagine like you get shot out, you get separated from your group, and by the time you go back to where they were fighting, the fight's already moved somewhere else. You have no idea where they are. And paintball is a social atmosphere. It's fun playing paintball, but it's more fun when you play with each other. So you go back to your spawn, you get some water, you get some hydration, you pull up your app, you know where you need to go, and you just head out and you roll out. So you get to go back to shooting ball beside your brothers, beside your homies and whatnot. Man, I'm gonna smack the hell out of you for not knowing who Ratchet is, man. That's Michael Tucker. That's Ratchet. That's our XO. That's my leader of the rank and file. He's the one that shoved Venom down your throat a couple months ago, if you don't remember.
Hang on a second. I'm a celebrity. I can't know everybody. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, it's Ratchet, man.
There you go. I know. Hi, Ratchet. Okay, so cross-platform. $5. You can download it from the Apple Store or from wherever, the Google Store, that kind of thing. Once you get this thing, just run this through me. I'm a basic Joe. I know nothing. My friend and I, we just downloaded the app, right? We both have Apple, whatever. We just downloaded the app. Bang. How simple is this for us to get going and like start doing this thing?
Fred?
It's pretty straightforward. Sure. Yeah. So you'll download it, open it up, and it'll ask you to create an account. And that's just a real quick thing like any other social media app or whatever. You just, Give them your email, make a password, pick your call sign, that sort of thing, and then boom, you're in. Now, once you're in, you can basically, you have most of the features, yet you're still just a free user. But if you and your buddy want to share your position together, that's one of the things that you get when you pay the upgrade. So you'll have to go through, and it's really obvious. You know, you open it up and there's a dashboard right there. It'll say manage your account. Just click on that, and you know, it'll take you through the store subscription process. You can cancel it whenever you want. Right. You know,
the reason that I'm asking this is because in our paintball world, we've got 10 years old usually is like the age that they start, all the way up to 100 years old, whatever it is, right? Okay, cool. But then just like any community, any world, there's generation gaps about technology. And people get kind of like, I don't want like, now if this guy can handle it, anybody can handle it, but fuck you. Anyway, so what I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one. You don't want me to start, brother. I'll give you one. What I'm saying is that sometimes people can be like, I don't have time for this. Where are the instructions? I don't. Is the tutorial? So how do you make this so easy for people that they're just like, yes, I saw the show. I'm getting the app. I'm on my way. Is it on the Facebook or on your website? Is there tutorials and stuff?
We do have a lot of tutorials out there. So number one, the YouTube channel has some good informative videos. Okay. Number two, our website has a bit of a knowledge base. It has things like the frequently asked questions, that sort of stuff. Like Melanie mentioned, there's that bot down in the lower right. You can ask it questions and it'll give you an answer or give you a link to get the answer. But then really what we're trying to do here and why we've been involved with so many different people on the military side, on the industry side, is we're trying to make this easy to use. And so ultimately we're constantly iterating. In fact, if you download the app tonight, it's probably going to be outdated in about 2 weeks because we're going to be pushing out another update, So we're always trying to improve it, and that's based on the feedback that we get from all of our users.
Nice. How about, is it a resource hog or does it kind of run in the background? What do we got?
Oh, you can let it run in the background. It won't be a problem. So we've actually used it where you get your team set up, you put the phone in your pocket, and maybe you're selfish. You don't want to see where your buddies are, but you'll let them see where you are, and you can do that.
That's what I'll do. I'll play a game, and I got some guys that, they're just hard chargers. They're not really into the strategic stuff of it so much, but because they're my frontline ballers, I'll put a phone in their pocket and say, yo, go out there, do what you do. You don't really got to use it. But for me, it's just a tool because I'm moving the strategic pieces around, and even if I can't work with him, I'll work around him. If I know that this guy is I can see him on GPS coordinates exactly where he's at, and I know how to get down on it. I can mold my strategy based on that. So you don't have to really be knowledgeable. Like if you're a team captain and you're just trying to functionally get your guys coordinated or whatnot, you don't need them to be knowledgeable of this app. You just need to be knowledgeable of this app. You just need to know that you like it, you want it, get them to get on it, dude, and make it happen. Go from there.
I got a question. So I've got a burner phone or an extra phone. I download the app, and we're taking a break during paintball, and I kind of slide it into somebody else's, the enemy's. You know what I'm saying? And now I have a GPS tracker.
Yeah.
That's an expensive tracker.
We actually set up a game of Hunt the VIP though one time where we had our own team set up and then took one team's phone and set it on the VIP on the other team, so we could always see where their VIP was. Right. But yeah, you can do all sorts of creative stuff like that.
Oh man, I love it. And listen, Hercules.
What's up, brother? I'm back.
Wait,
can you hear me?
Wait.
Can you
I can't hear you. What? I can't hear you. What?
You,
I'm just fucking
really?
with you. I'm just fucking with you. All right,
Dude, I'm in
Hercules.
my car. I'm in my car.
All right, good. So Hercules. Again, yeah. So basically, what I told them at the beginning of the show was that you had hit me up, and then I didn't. I was multitasking. I didn't see your thing, and this was basically on your page that you were doing this as well. How did they approach you?
We actually connected through Valken with Will. That's how it all started. We were putting a team together. I guess when Melanie and her team got together with Will and who would be people to get involved, and that's how we got involved from there.
Very cool. All right. So how long has this thing been out there?
Had to unmute myself. So we've been available in the store since the early fall.
Okay.
But we've really just started promoting it heavily in the last couple of weeks because we kind of had that soft launch. We wanted to see what happened, you know.
Okay. So Hercules, when you and Ryan got involved in this thing, you guys were like basically on the ground level, giving everybody all the the feedback and everything, right?
Correct. Pretty well much.
Yeah.
We took the app. Yeah, we took the app. We played around with it, I believe, the first week. I was going to do a test run on the weekend. Within that 4 days before, I was like, I found a whole bunch of bugs. I hit up Frederick. I'm like, yo, bro, this, Melanie, this. I think I drove them nuts, but it worked out at the end. And it worked out at the end.
It really did, yeah. And your late night text messages were appreciated, you know, because we actually, how's that going? Any issues with the latest update?
Those have been fixed. So like I said, where we had a couple of those issues with the mapping, they're all good to go. There's a couple other things I'll hit you with that I see in it, and then we'll be good to go.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Okay, so is there an auto update feature, or do you have to constantly go back and download the or whatever?
I think that's up to how you set up your profile on your phone.
Okay.
So app by app, you can say I want auto updates or I don't.
Right.
But there's nothing you don't have to do anything in the app.
Nice.
It's just go to your app store, Play Store, and just update it or set it to auto update.
And how big is this thing? Is it gonna? I mean, do you need 138,000 million megabyte? What the?
I think the Android one's only like 60 megabytes. It's not that big.
Okay.
Compared to like games and stuff that can be huge. Yeah.
Okay, dude, amazing. Oh man. Okay, cool. So, Hercules, Ryan was telling us that they've already applied it. You guys have already applied it too. Did you guys get it? Did you require all your team guys to get it, or how'd you spread this out?
Well, even the tactical stuff, and also from the producer side, it's something that I felt that I could add to my games. That's how I started, where I saw the opportunity, wanted to try it out. I paid for the subscription, which Frederick is smiling over there. He knows what I'm getting ready to say, but we fixed an issue there on something, and I got it, and then Melanie and I, and then the other guys jumped on board. And then, like I said, it had that first weekend that we were coming and go, let's just test it out. And we started testing it out. And before that, other people were like, hey, well, what you got over there? I projected it all on a screen TV there so people could see live the game, what was going on. So I had a projector there at a tent set up. So while we were out on the field, even though we had a couple of guys just using it at that time, the game was Dark Ops at Cousins, Manchester, New Jersey. It was a 400-person game. So in my head, I'm like saying that's 400 people I'm going to hit right in the eye right there. Like, at least ask questions, see what's going on. Hey, what is that exactly? Even though I was on the field. But my idea was, how are they going to know what's going on? So I had a TV monitor on the front where they're all registering, walking through the main building. I could see the action, how I set it up, with a couple of guys on both sides that volunteered to be a part of it. It didn't matter if they could see where we were going or what it was that. They understood that. It was just so other people could see the concept of what was happening on the field at that time. So they had questions, I'd come off and answer it, and that's how it took off. That was the video that you actually played on YouTube.
Yeah.
That was that actual game.
Wow. So the question is, does it support comms?
It does. So today we have sort of the first version of our in-app communication. And so what we were trying to emphasize is speed. So what you get is when you're on that map view or in the AR view that we showed you, there's a button that opens up a little sub-menu on the bottom. And there's 6 shortcut buttons that you can define. You can set them up to do whatever you want. So by default, they say things like I'm moving forward, I'm pulling back, I'm hit, or, I see the enemy, that sort of thing.
Wow.
So you can customize those, or at the bottom, you can send a custom message.
Wow.
When you send those out, they kind of appear up on the screen as an overlay. And right now they just appear and then they disappear. So what we're working to do is create a bit of a chat log that'll actually, so if you miss it, you can go back and see what your buddy sent you.
Dude, do you guys censor it? Because I know what Ryan's going to be doing. You get your fucking ass over there, and you get
no censor.
He's going to be like, "Where the hell are you?" All right.
There'd be no words left if we tried to censor it.
Dude, that's amazing. Steve, how are you, brother? Uh-oh.
Hey, hanging in there. Sorry,
right,
I just
cool.
had to come off mute there.
So tell us, are we doing this proper? I mean, it's like, are we hitting all the chords on this?
Yeah, I mean, it captures a lot of the functionality that's currently being fielded by the militaries globally. So it's cool to see it kind of filter down into into an app that's pretty much accessible to anybody with $5 in their pocket.
Dude, that's unbelievable. You guys, come on, $5, come on. Come on, you guys, you know what? These guys are going to get wise. So after the show, they're going to raise the price. So you guys better start downloading it now and get in at the $5 price before
More importantly, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, man. Venom, we're outfitted, we're already. I mean, we've already got a reputation. We've already got a name for ourselves in our local area, and we're ready. We're ready to go. We're going to be taking this to our first. We're going to have Art of War. That's going to be in February. That's the game that we're producing. But most of us are going to be mercenaries, or really all of us are going to be mercenaries, and what that basically means is we're going to be split all across the field. We may not be using that app because we don't want to make it an unfair game for either side. But if you really want to see how it can really function and how it can really flow, make sure that you guys are coming out to our next team event that I'll be generaling. It's going to be Bones and Ashes at Black Ops Paintball down in Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you come out there and you show, I see you over there. What you smiling about, Hitman? What you got, man? What you got?
You might see a surprise.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're playing with me, but if you play against me, then you're gonna see the other side of a one-sided ass whooping. But I mean, that's on you, brother.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I hope you're not
I hear
afraid
you
of the
talking,
darkness.
man.
I hope you're not afraid of the dark.
Okay. Either way, well now you got it, man. Now your audience has it, man. You can see it. You're going to be able to join both sides and get a taste or get a visual of what it's going to do for you, and how it can potentially change the game, which will be interesting to me because this will be the first time I'm going to be playing against an opponent with some of the same equipment that we'll have. So it actually might be a fun game. I'm hoping it will be a fun game. Truth be told, I need somebody to shoot at, so I'm glad it'll be you. I haven't met you before, so this might be fun.
Hit me up in PM. Hit me up in a
we
PM.
might have to do that, man.
So, Herc, there's another obstacle you have to go over here. His XO is my general that was at Fulda, and Steve loves this kind of. Steve is also in the military. He loves this kind of stuff. I'm sure he's probably going to download this tonight. And working with Hitman and Herc, I don't know, man. Can you just put a white flag up, maybe? I don't know. He's going to be like,
bro, I'm Greek, man. I'm a Spartan, man. Right to the baby.
Hey, if you got to die on your shield, I'll take you either way.
There you go. I like it.
Upon it, I don't care. I'll put you on it.
Dude.
Right. Steve Solo, Frosty. I'm gracious. He picked up my spot as XO. I was, I kind of had to beg, borrow, plead, and steal because I saw what he brought at Full of the Gap. I know what his abilities are. He is a strategic mind, just like me. So he and we speak a lot of the same language. And I know that he and I have been talking about this app as well. This is kind of a tool he hasn't been able to really unopen and unpackage yet. So I can't wait to show it off. But yeah, Bones and Ashes is going to be a real highlight to see this. If you want to kind of get knowledge of how this is going to work on both sides, you got to be at that event.
Yes, I do know what it was like to be on the opposite side of these guys. Yes, they're great guys. Flip Wilson, what's up, my brother? How are you doing?
What's up, Flip?
So, what was here? Here was the question. Angel asked about how about tagging enemies and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So we do have some quick shortcuts to mark enemies. So one of the things that we didn't really talk about in the mission planning, we have different default icons, and these are ripped straight out of the military standard manual. So you can mark friendly, neutral, unknown, or hostiles on the map. But what we also did is outside of the mission planning, if you need to just throw a dot on the map and send it to your friends real quick, you can just triple tap like Jim just showed there, Punisher, and he just dropped a hostile point, and it auto numbers, you know, so you can say hostile 1, hostile 2, and there's no confusion.
Okay.
But of course, you know, since right now your opponent may or may not have this app, it's not like it'll move, you know. It's not really gonna stick to anybody that's moving around. Now, in the future, though, if 2 teams are both using Strike Ring, you could do really cool stuff like use a virtual drone, so to speak, right?
Right.
And it could show you the enemy's location for a little bit. We can get all sorts of crazy scenarios once we have everybody using it.
Right. So that's
more of a producer type of concept. You can, you know, as a producer, you produce games, you can kind of throw that twist in there. Imagine playing a game where you can unlock an objective that would allow you to throw your drone up that's handled by the producer that'll tag all your enemies for you, so you know all their weak points and where to dissect them and stuff like that. That would be huge if we see some of our producers. You know, DJ Hanu, I'm going to be talking to him here pretty soon because that's something that maybe for next year has got to get incorporated in some of his CPX games, because that would be a game changer in itself.
And for the producers too, I was just going to say, for producers that are putting together games and they're like, you know, we're thinking about Strike Ring, we're not quite sure how it fits. We're glad to talk to anybody. We'll provide technical support on site. We'll show up and just make sure that everybody's that it goes really smoothly for them. I mean, COVID kind of has things a little screwed up right now for everybody, but if you're having an event and you want to have Strike Ring there, just hit us up and say, look, you know, we want to get this thing set up. We'll work with the producers to make sure that they're completely comfortable and they have the technical support they need in advance as well as on site. We're happy to do that. There's no fee for that. There's no charge for that. We want this thing to go. And it's not going to go if we're not there to help make it a good experience. And that's where both Hitman and Hercules have both been so helpful to say, look, this ain't going to work. Fix it. Fred fixes it. We roll it out. We go to the next thing. So we just want to make this exactly what people want. And if producers want us to be there, or they have questions or want us to help them get it set up, that's what we're here for.
Mamma mia. You guys are killing it. This is amazing.
Has anybody not noticed that there's 2 Hitmans on here?
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. How original. Yes, how original. Okay. And you guys haven't met each other, right?
This is my first time meeting him. Hey,
nice.
I can't wait to rip his head off, but we're gonna find out who the real Hitman is coming in a couple months, man.
No, it's a Ryan. It's a bit ironic, right? When there was two Reapers on the show, and now we've got 2 Hitmen on the show, and you guys are both East Coast. All right, you guys are gonna have to figure this out. Maybe play for Pink Slips or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay, cool. So you guys, what else? Did we cover all the bases? Or I'm sure we didn't cover all the bases, but did we cover like an intro to get people excited to download this thing? Is there anything that you think we left out?
Nothing's coming to my mind. I think we really touched on the features, and you know, I know a few times you mentioned the EVS system, which I thought that was pretty cool. The idea of having a HUD, you know, right in your helmet.
Yeah.
And we actually investigated that. We played around with one. It's a bit of an inspiration as far as what the potential could be.
Right.
But like you mentioned, I think that, you know, there were some issues, not to mention it got discontinued.
Right.
But, you know, down the road, we're looking to do similar things as well. Once there's headsets available on the market, because, you know, there's a lot of rumors about what Apple's cooking up and the other companies are cooking up.
Right.
There's nothing stopping us from linking to those next devices or putting this on a smartwatch to just take advantage of all these different form factors.
What about voice comms? Is that?
I'll speak on that one, Angel. Voice comms, to my knowledge, unless you guys are cooking it up, I think they're not exactly accessible as of right now. But I can tell you right now, what it does is, what I look at the app as is it's an accent. It's a complement to your comms. So if you're a team that runs comms, then this basically accents it. You're able to use your comms normally, and then be able to pull up your app and complement it as such. But the thing about what I find unique about this app though is, even if your team doesn't run voice comms, like, you know, for example, my team is rather large, so I don't have the ability to put a radio on each of my members, because then radio traffic would just be nuts. But the way this app works is you can at least get them on the app, And whether or not you need to speak to them on a radio or send a mass message to everybody to see or to know where they need to be, it still works the same. So you would use it as I would use, it's not your one-stop shop. You still need radios, but at the same time, you need, you can play the game with or without radios, but you can't play the game with or without that. Does that make any sense? Like I can put this app on a kid who doesn't use radios and send him out in the field, and it'll still be incredibly useful to know that he's still alive, that he's out there, that he's, behind enemy lines, or whatever the case may be. Even if he's radio dark and I can't get to him,
Nice.
I can at least know where he's at. And that in itself is what makes this tool, in my opinion, better than a radio. I may not be able to communicate to you, but if I can at least know where you are, or point out, hey, there's some enemies right here, or be careful, or hey, this whole area is yellow, be cautious, that kind of stuff. That to me is monumental, because radios, they serve their purpose, but in paintball, let's be real, you can have a radio and not even know that people are getting a hold of you. How many times, well, you wouldn't know because you ain't play paintball, or you don't play with radios, but there's been many times where as a team captain, I'm trying to reach out to my command. I'm like, yo, hey, I got new orders, I got new missions, and I'm just not getting feedback. That's frustrating, but I could put that on the app, and then they know to check that app, and get the buzz on that app, and they know to check it, and you're able to get back into the fight where you need to be.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay.
Works great for the people that are doing actually HQ commanding. Perfectly from HQ.
Nice.
You can have one person just with one of these, and you can move them around. You don't have to have like 50 of them, which is the plan, of course, absolutely.
Right.
But from a command, you don't have to have that chatter of all the radios going on. It can be nice and quiet and peaceful for someone to command.
Dude, I like it. All right. So, all right, let's go around the horn. Let's say our last pieces of information about this thing, or if we think we left anything out, or if anything you want to say, and then we're going to pull the plug. So let's start with Hercules. Hercules, what's your parting shots here?
What? I'm in my car, man. I went in so many locations just not to miss this thing. All right.
Nice.
I want to say everybody's part of this team right now. I know everyone is screened and other people. We're going to make this thing happen. It's going to go big. It's going to go huge. And I'm glad to be part of it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ryan, what do we got?
First and foremost, Reaper, appreciate you having the show, man. It's you truly are a player for the players, man. You got a lot of producers out there. You got a lot of podcasts out there that it's about them. I love how you make it about us and about the community itself. So shout out to you for that.
Thank you.
Second of all, I want to shout out to my team Venom for supporting me and making this thing happen, getting us going. We got an event coming up at Art of War. It's going to be in February 6th. Make sure that you find our webpage, pre-register, get into it, man. This is a fun game. It's a unique game. It's a battle royale, not a battle royale, but it's a final battle. Winner takes all. No points, no BS, just objectives and win it. That's going to be a fun game to get down on. Make sure you're at Bones and Ashes. And then with that being said, shout out to the ARA with your crew. Melanie, you look beautiful as always. Appreciate you guys coming out here, showing off and putting in the effort that you guys put in for our community, because I see so much potential with this. I would not have worked so hard to make sure that other people are aware of this if I didn't know, from my own personal knowledge, of just the limitations of what I've been able to do with it have just been monumental. And the fact that it's so new and we're groundbreaking on it, the potential is there, and my hunger to see this grow is just it's astronomical. So let's get it going. Let's push this out, because this just makes the game that we love already, that's so much fun, so much more fun. It is so much more fun when you can actually see where your people are and cuss them out for being all in the parking lot. That's just what I get down on. And I'll pass that on, man. Reaper, appreciate you, brother.
You're welcome, man. Appreciate you. Okay, brother. Steve.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. Parting thoughts here.
Just parting thoughts. The last thing I'm big on safety. I'm a dad. I guess that's my thing. But if you got a guy with a broken leg out in the field, you can know right where he's at, so you gotta send you right to him. So just think about other ways that this app is going to help you be safer out there as well. So thanks for letting us join, and this was a lot of fun to be kind of on the sidelines watching kind of come down.
Very cool. All right. Punisher, what do we got?
Real simple. If the community takes this on and wants to see it go, get involved in it. Revenue drives future development. So it's just the way of the world. So if this is something that is useful, use it. As you use it, we're going to develop. So if you want more features, if you want it to do X, Y, Z, and there's 2 users using it, we're not going to do that. If there's 200,000 users, we're going to do that, right? So that you guys drive this. You drive it. We're just here to help. Honestly, $5, right? $5. We consciously came up with that because we want to get it out there. We think there's utility in it.
Nice. I like it.
So you guys drive it. And thank you
Dude,
so much.
my pleasure.
Thank you for having us
I
on
love
this
this
show.
stuff. Frederick.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to what Jim was saying there, Punisher was saying there, this is all about feedback. We rely on the feedback from the community, from, everybody, different stakeholders, different subject matter experts. But ultimately, if you download it and you think there's something that you'd like to see in it, or something goes wrong, reach out to us. Our email address is right on our website. We'll talk to you, like we talk to these guys. So we're always looking for suggestions and feedback and ways to improve. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to do here. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today.
You're welcome. Listen, well, that's all the time we have. Oh, I'm sorry, Melanie. I'm just joking.
I was like, bye.
Bye.
Real quick, let me get in on this. I got one more thing. I got a guy on my team, and he's going to cuss me up one side, down the other if I don't give him a shout out. I got another member on Venom taking a general role at another game. It's going to be at Black Ops. It's going to be Mission Masters. It's Alien versus Predators. We're going to be playing for the Marines. We're going to need some assistance on that. If anybody's played Mission Masters or knows anything about Mission Masters, this is also the ultimate in scenario strategic gameplay, where we're going to be able to show y'all what this app does as well. And y'all need to try to come out to Aliens versus Predators out there at Black Ops as well. That's going to be in, March, April. I think it's April. Steven will get mad at me. Deadpool's going to cuss me out. But, hey, I gave him a shout out.
Stephen Norden. Stephen Norden. Yes. How do I know? Because I just made a friend. I just friended him today. There you go. He's
there you go.
There you go. All right. So all right. But so Melanie, sorry for the interruption. Yes. It's Ryan just likes to.
I know. It's okay. I'm used to it. No, I think what I just wanted to say is that we wanted to create something that paintballers wanted and airsoft players wanted, and I think we've gotten off the ground. We've started. We're super excited about it. I think we've got great support with people like Herc and with Ryan and with both of their teams really looking at this and telling us what they want it to be. We are just pumped to make this thing go. And we're pumped to help get more people involved in paintball. We want to get more people out to the field so that our field owners are getting more revenue in and more selling more paint, and they've got more field fees. We want our producers to have bigger games that are even safer, that bring just this little new extra piece of nuance. So if we can do that and we can bring just that little extra something, I got the best job on the planet. I mean, I get to hang out with these dudes. Yeah. I get to listen to their feedback. Ryan has taught me so many new cuss words. I feel like I can keep up with my teenagers now. I mean, it is like greatest gift. It's the best. So lucky me.
No, I agree 100%. Ryan is a very good influence on people.
Yeah.
Very good influence.
But thank you for having us. This is just such a huge opportunity for us to be able to actually meet you and get the opportunity to be a part of your program. And forever will we remember this was our kickoff online show. Was with you.
I like it. So you guys are talking about the Strike Ring. It's the Strike Ring. Go to strikering.com. You'll see what we're talking about. You can go all the way down to the bottom of this amazing website that they did, and you can actually download it. Where did it go? Right there. You can download it. Again, hurry before they raise the price. I think they're going to. No, they're not going to raise the price. $5 a month. Come on. You guys, come on. Anyway, do this. If you guys, again, if you're a field owner, a player, a team, an event organizer, do this. Go do this and check this thing out. And again, like the disembodied Andrew said, Steve Andrews said, this could be good for just actually knowing where people are in case they get hurt. There you go on the field. I mean, dude, I played Fulda last month. You can get lost. That would be it. I just like, where am I? I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, you guys listen. Go check it out. I recommend it. It's fantastic. And okay, you guys listen. Hold on a minute. I'm going to put you down in the green room. Don't eat all the potato chips, okay? And I'll see you in a second right after the show, okay? Hold on one second. All right. Let me do that. How was that, huh? Is that like a boom? My head was like, what the hell? Yeah, this is fantastic. So I'm extremely excited about seeing this in action. And yeah, I think it's been a bright spot in 2020, especially in the paintball community. It's been a fantastic thing. All right. So you guys listen, we got another show tomorrow night. That's Thursday. This weekend, I have got 2 events, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. One is Saturday is the pistol and shotgun event. I'll be at that one. And then on Sunday, we're doing a toy drive for ODSC. Like I said, the wife is away, so this mouse is going to play. And that's all I'm doing every weekend is playing. So anyway, well, I'm out of here. Have an amazing night. And I guess I'll shoot you soon. Bye.